wait, okay. What's the name? So we had Yo on,
Mm-hmm.
and she,
Shout out to Y,
Yeah. Shout out to YO.
Shout out to Yo. And she was saying that she's an independent woman. Can a married woman be independent? We never really got your,
Can a married woman be independent? She can be whatever she wants to be. Now, will she be married for a long period of time, being independent? Probably not. Probably not. I think.
What does it look like to you?
I'm not sure because I don't like. You would have to explain because I feel like a married woman could be interdependent. A husband and a wife can be interdependent.
Yeah.
But to be
Depend on
independent,
each other, yeah.
I'm not sure. Now, there could be certain activities and hobbies that you may take on as a husband or a wife that you do solo, but indirectly they affect your spouse, or your spouse may help you out with that, right? Whether it'll be like, yo, I like to go play basketball.
Yeah. I'm talking about a hobby though, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
or
that's a hobby. Like that's,
no, okay.
Independence, I would say independence would be more like an ecosystem. If you operate devoid of a financial ecosystem, you don't need, for you to call yourself an independent woman, you almost have to be living outside of your household.
Is that possible?
That's what I'm saying. That's why it doesn't really make sense to me. But I'm hearing it more and more and more now that women are independent now. Married women are independent now, and it's really not making too much sense to me because it's like it kind of challenges what my meaning of the word is. Unless it's like you could drive yourself to the store. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like,
and you could do your own. Like you could take yourself out on a Saturday and get your Starbucks and go to Target and come home and
first of
unpack the car yourself. Maybe that makes you independent.
Who wants to be independent?
Not.
Tell me somebody
somebody that was unmarried would want to be independent.
Why?
Because they live in their own ecosystem.
Independence, I think independence is only good temporarily. I think people that are quote unquote independent, that is a lot of the times it may be by choice for a certain period of time, but after a while it's like I can't really find anybody. Who wants to live life alone by themselves?
You'd be surprised. I
won't be surprised.
I was watching the Barack Obama work documentary on Netflix today, right? I was watching the first episode of it, and there was a woman doing home health care, and she was in there with a 74-year-old woman in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and she said, she asked the health aide asked the older woman, why was she never married? She was like, she never ever wanted to be married. She never wanted to be with anybody or to live with anybody. She never wanted anybody in her house. She lived her entire life she was 74 years old and lived her entire life independent. She seemed to be coherent. She was fine.
Coherent.
She was
that sounds like
TV.
some mental health shit.
Honestly, like I didn't get that from it. She just didn't want to live with anybody. Whoopi Goldberg says the same thing. She was married early, but she says it in her later years. She just doesn't want to live with anybody. She just doesn't want to be with anybody. Some people are good solitary.
I don't believe it.
Yeah?
I don't.
So you don't believe there are people out there of right mind who just don't want to be with anybody?
That's very important that you said that.
Of right mind.
Yes.
Of right mind.
I don't.
Yeah, we're not going to do anything. We're not going to shame them and be like they're mentally, they like, people maybe sexually here and there, but to be in a relationship, maybe some people are completely independent of anything and they just don't want to be.
Whoopi Goldberg.
I tried to never sell her. Go ahead, man. I tried to never sell
her.
You were loading the candle for her.
She was married. She was married to men.
Yeah.
And we all know she's probably a lesbian, right? So not even being funny. Like, oh, am I saying something wrong? Did you not think the same thing?
What? Because she wears big shirts,
bro. Her whole vibe
right,
is on some.
She eats fur burgers for dinner,
bro. It can't be no other way. She's not trying to appeal to any men, right? So I could see her saying things like that.
With a woman, then.
And then I think people say shit as a defense mechanism because nobody's checking for them.
She was a lesbian. Why not be with a woman then?
I don't think she's ever come out to say she was a lesbian.
Come on. Some people don't like to be. Some people don't want to be with people. Like I do houses. I'm in homes all the time where it's just people living in rooms and people are happy, living solitary lives.
How you know that? How you know that? First of all, look at wait up. The first initial story that you mentioned was a woman that had to be taken care of by a home health.
She was 74 years old.
I get it, but she's probably at 74. She's probably in that state because she has no interaction with anybody. It's like somebody who just sit home and does nothing and just don't work or nothing like that.
That part,
you know, you call it. Their body is probably atrophying or whatever. And
no. She was chilling on her couch. She drank a little red wine and smoked her bogeys. But the home health aide was actually there to do a little cleaning up and to talk to her because she was a little bit too recluse and stained by herself.
So why are we acting like she's upset?
But she's 74. Like she's at the end of her life. That's why she made
But
a
you
choice.
said you said
so
she's
she
recluse.
Didn't have any grandkids, so she didn't have any.
You said she's recluse.
Yes.
Right. So if you're recluse, you're probably going through something mental.
I wouldn't say that,
bro. All right.
I wouldn't say that. Not everybody wants to be social. I don't think everybody wants to be social. I wouldn't put that on people.
No,
like that.
Everybody can't be social, but I think everybody wants some type of companionship. That's why she has a home health aide that comes there to speak to her and do shit.
She didn't even have a cat or nothing. She ain't had no cat, no dog, or nothing.
Bro.
Man, you starting to change my mind a little bit. Now I'm starting to think about it. Yo, did she at least have a cat? Yo, I saw